You're thinking about pre-ordering NHL 25 and you're wondering what version is the best one for you. This video will fix that, as well as go over the best ways to save as much money as possible by breaking it down to the kind of NHL player you are. Now this year there are only two versions of NHL 25, the Standard and Deluxe, and that goes for every region, whether you're US, Canadian, or European. So let's start with what you get in both versions. Now the Standard Edition of the game is going to cost you $89.99 if you are in Canada. In the US, it is $69.99. With the Standard Edition of the game, you will receive 500 NHL points, a Hut NHL Player Pack, a World of Chell Battle Pass XP boost, 2 of them, and lastly, an immediate reward in NHL 24 of Jack Quinn or Luke Hughes at 99 overall. Now, you can save 10% on the cost of the game with EA Play. More on that in just a little bit. Now, for the deluxe version of the game, that'll run you a total of $99.99 if you are in the US. In Canada, you are looking at $133.49. Games are not cheap. Now, with the deluxe version of the game, you are going to receive 4,600 NHL points, a Hut Cover Athlete MSP Choice Pack, a Hut Hockey is Family Choice Pack, a Hut Wildcard Starter Choice Pack, a World of Chell Season 1 Premium Battle Pass, immediate rewards in NHL 24, that would be the Jack Quinn or Luke Hughes at 99 overall, a World of Chell Battle Pass XP boost, 2 of them, and you will receive the game 7 days earlier on September 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, a full week before the October 4th worldwide launch. So let's break down those pre-order rewards and see just what value is in them. So again, these are Canadian prices. Obviously, you'd have to adjust given your region. The 500 NHL points works out to about $6.99 Canadian. The Hut NHL Players Pack is again another low-tier pack, couple dollars in value. And then you would also receive those 2 Battle Pass XP boosts to give yourself a little bit of an edge early on in the Battle Pass for NHL 25 if you are a World of Chell player. Now, shout out to Fausto on Twitter at Gray Destiny. Here is the 99 overall choice pack that you can get if you pre-order the game and you're still playing NHL 24 Hockey Ultimate Team. Now on to the deluxe edition of the game, and they really went hard on the quantity of the stuff that you get in the deluxe edition. Obviously a pretty strong marketing tactic. Up first, and probably the biggest hook for the community, is going to be the 7 days early access, including a head start in initial Hut campaign and World of Chell season. Now the thing I think is going to draw the most amount of players is the 7-day early access. It includes a head start in the initial Hut campaign and World of Chell season. Again, a pretty strong FOMO tactic here. This has been bumped up from the traditional 3 days of early access that they would receive. You give the hardcore player base that, maybe is just thinking about getting the standard edition of the game, you give them a 7-day window look from all of the creators as well as streamers and maybe your friends that purchase the game. It's a lot harder to wait a week than it is 3 days for the players that really want to get after it early on. When it comes to the head start in Hockey Ultimate Team and World of Chell, these are going to be negligible rewards. In Hockey Ultimate Team, it'll probably be something similar to the training camp event with Kale McCarr, where you get a few objectives that lead to some packs and things like that. I promise you, it's not going to be something that you can't overcome in the first day or two of the game. Next up would be the 4,600 NHL points. The difference in price from the standard edition to the deluxe edition is $43.50 Canadian. The 4,600 NHL points works out to roughly $54 just for those NHL points alone. So you've got about $11 in value there. You'll also receive the World of Chell Season 1 Premium Battle Pass. That goes for 1,000 NHL points alone, which works out to about another $10 in value. And then we've got the whole slew of Hut packs where they're just throwing a bunch of stuff at you. You've got the Hut Cover Athlete Choice Pack. It's an 85 overall. You've got 1 of 8. Shout out to my man Seabear in my Discord. The guys went crazy looking at the signatures on the pack. But it's mostly the players that you would expect that were cover athletes. Next up, we've got a Hut Wildcard Starter Choice Pack at 84 overall. Again, early on in the game, these cards are obviously going to give you a little bit of an advantage, but if you subscribe and watch my No Money Spent series, you're going to be able to get cards that are equally as good very quickly. Last of the choice packs is the Hut Hockey is Family Objective Choice Pack, which is 282 overalls. That's nothing. That really is nothing at all. And then finally, the Hut NHL Players Pack, which you saw, roughly a couple hundred points, 2 World of Chell Battle Pass XP boosts, and an exclusive World of Chell player set. Now, when you include the 7 days of early access, you get close to good enough value at the deluxe edition of the game if you are someone that really wanted to pre-order. Because with EA Play, which is $7.99, you can get early access to the game even if you don't buy it. Which finally brings us to, which type of player are you? If you are someone that only plays the game for franchise mode or offline, I would recommend only buying the standard edition of the game. Now, obviously, if you buy just the standard edition of the game, you are not going to get access before October 4th. But if you are someone that only plays franchise mode, understand that the launch rosters are not going to come with many of the top prospects in the game because they are collegiate athletes and they don't get their player rights until they play an NHL game, meaning that the San Jose Sharks might not even have Macklin Celebrini in-game yet. Because of that, I would wait the full week till a worldwide launch, and then wait for some of the bigger community members like Tugi, Tactics, or Vazzy when they make their incredibly thorough roster updates that include all of the prospects and really better rated players throughout the entire league. If you really want to min-max the amount of savings and get the game a little bit earlier, you can get EA Play for $7.99 for 1 month, save yourself 10% on the total cost of the standard edition of the game, and you'll get 10 hours during that first week starting on September 27th, and then just be sure to cancel EA Play once October 4th hits. Next up, if you are a World of Chell player and you just play casually with your buddies, same situation. I would get the standard edition of the game, grab EA Play for 1 month, and then you're really not missing out. While you do get that free Season 1 Battle Pass and there's like an exclusive jersey as well, there's no word if you're gonna really like what's in that first Battle Pass anyways, so you might as well just wait and see. Then on to Hockey Ultimate Team. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your profile, hit games, and take a look at the amount of hours played. Pray to the heavens you have less than me, but if you are anywhere in the realm of 500 hours played and above, grab the deluxe edition of the game. Like I mentioned, the packs and things that you receive at the beginning of the game, they help you out a little bit. They're almost all certainly going to be off your team after about 2-3 weeks at most. The 4,600 points is nice, and you get a little bit of a savings with it, so you can take advantage of that little bit of savings because it's worth the cost of the amount of time that you're going to get out of it. If you are a casual HUT player, maybe this was your first year in NHL 24, you tested it out during EA Play in the summertime, I would first grab EA Play for $7.99 on September 27th. Play your 10 hours and see if you like it, and then go ahead and grab the deluxe edition. You're going to save more money anyways because you get that 10% savings from having EA Play. Lastly, if you are a HUT grinder, like I mentioned, I would definitely pre-order the deluxe edition before September 13th because you will get an additional Hockey Ultimate Team choice pack that will feature an 84 overall Hughes brother. Again, it's 1 of 3. Not going to do anything crazy for you, but if you are going to get the deluxe edition, you are going to play the game all year round, and because you play it so much, it returns the value that you're getting. I would go ahead and make sure you do it before September 13th. The last thing I want to touch on is the loyalty offer that's in NHL 24. If you go down to the bottom right of the main screen, you'll find the banner that you can click on, and it will bring you to the pre-order of it. It will give you a 10% savings, but it does not stack with EA Play. So just keep that in mind if you were thinking that you could combine them both. You cannot, it's one or the other, so just keep that in mind. Again, I think this year, just given the fact that old gen is no longer an option and people are going to have to spend more money on consoles to get a next gen system, I still think it was the right move overall for the just betterment of the game. But I feel for anyone that can no longer play because you have an old gen console, I would take a look at all these subscription services because they offer testing the game. And I don't know how many times I have bought a full price game, played 3 hours of it, and just never touched it again. So don't fall into that. Give yourself a test by trying out EA Play and then canceling it immediately once you get the full game. Please do not forget. Let me know in the comment section down below if this video helped, what version you're going to pre-order, or something that you want to see in the upcoming deep dives to convince you to grab the game. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time.